Good morning, Northbrook families. I'm so very excited to be sending out this video. It means we are coming back to school. If you're receiving this video, it's because you're a student and you have signed up to be an in-person learner. We are very excited for Monday and we have a lot of things in place, and I want to ease some of your anxieties and fears and kind of walk you through a day and talk to you about what it's going to look like at Northbrook. The first thing I want to talk about is what do students need for Monday? So, as guidance has come down from the state, and as we've watched other schools kind of open and see what works and what doesn't, we've changed our mind about backpacks. So, students may bring a backpack. They won't have a locker, and that backpack will go with them all day long from class to class. If they're a fifth grader, that backpack will hang on the back of their chair for the day. They need the bare minimum on Monday. Teachers are going to inch them into school supplies, so they don't need everything every day. They'll let them know what they need. I would say, some folders and some notebooks, pencils, pens, kind of the basics for the first day. And the teachers then will let them know every day what they need, be it a B day, an A day, whatever day it is. And we will work with students along the way. It is very important that if you have an in-person learner at your house and you've borrowed a Chromebook, that Chromebook is returned on Monday. We will be using those and we need those in the classrooms. So please remember to send that Chromebook and the charging cord in the backpack with your student on Monday. If we don't get it on Monday, we will be making phone calls to those of you who didn't return it so that we can use them in the classrooms in school. In the backpack, along with the basic supplies on Monday, they can bring a fillable water bottle. One of the things that we have done for safety is our drinking fountains are no longer. But it's a touchless fillable water bottle dispenser. So they can fill their water bottles all day long. We will let them have those with them. It's not hot right now. I'm not sure if they're going to actually need that, but we will allow that. And they're touchless, so they're all safe, and the kids can use them throughout the day. I want to talk about the A-B schedule. When the kids walk in on Monday morning, they're going to go through a little series of things, and we'll talk about that as we walk through a day. But the first thing we're going to give to them by grade level is their A-B schedule that we have recreated. So it's by an A day and a B day. It's a little bit easier to read than the schedule we sent home. We've also made some schedule changes. So your student should be bringing this home on Monday night to talk to you. We have lots of these printed. So if they lose them or they can't remember, there are no worries about that. We will have them for them here at Northbrook. They will also be getting a planner in their first period that they go to on Monday, so that they can have that in their backpack at all times to keep track of their classes. They will have 4 classes per day. 4 classes, that's it. It's the same as it is right now as a remote learner. We're not changing that schedule. Their classes will be anywhere between 50 and 80 minutes. I know that seems like a long time, but the teachers are working breaks into that. They will be able to go to the bathroom during classes. We'll talk about that too a little bit later. But we're going to work homework time in. They get a 30-minute study hall that's tied in with lunch so they can do homework then. We're going to try to make it as user-friendly for when they walk out the door as we can. When they come in with their backpack, with their planner and their supplies, whatever they come in with, that's what they're going to be taking home. We are not issuing lockers at this point. So that's something to think about. We don't want to make those backpacks a million pounds for the kids because they will be taking them around with them. For 5th grade parents, I know this has been really hard that they haven't had all the visits and the activities to get them used to it. What we will be doing when fifth graders come in on Monday, we have some of our eighth grade ambassadors who will be greeting them and taking them down to the fifth grade hall to meet their teacher. And their teacher will then get them situated for the day. We're not going to just point our finger and show them the direction. They're going to be escorted down with eighth graders, and we're really excited so that they're not so scared and worried. I promise you, we are going to take care of our very special fifth grade population and get them where they need to be and feeling safe and comfortable. Sixth, seventh, and eighth graders, when they come in the door, we're going to send them to different locations, their hallways or the gym, and they're going to get their schedules there. Every student who walks in, when they get their schedule, they will also get a location of where kind of their spot is for the morning to sit. We've given everybody a little spot within the building that's socially distanced, so we can keep track of them, and we're going to know where they're sitting for contact tracing, just in case. We will guide them where they need to be. We have all hands on deck on Monday morning to help the kids, and we will get them where they need to be and situated. The next thing I want to talk about is, what are we doing for safety here? We're doing a lot. We've put a lot into place and a lot of planning and a lot of preparation. The number one thing that we are doing is masks. I have mine on my Cubs lanyard, just so you can see that. We all have our masks. We will all be looking exactly like this when the kids see us first thing on Monday morning. And the kids will have their masks on too. There will be mask breaks in the day. That means that they will get a walk outside, take it off. PE, if we're outside, if it's a beautiful day like it has been and they're 6 feet apart, they'll be able to take their masks off. We will build that into the day. We will also, we understand students might fidget, we're okay with that, we understand. The temperature scanners. So the first thing when a student walks in, all students are coming in the 2 front doors, unless they're arriving on buses in the back. All of those locations have temperature scanners. They look just like a metal detector, and on the right side are 2 scanners. One is high for foreheads and one is low for the wrist. We are going to teach the kids to walk through and scan their wrist. There will be adults on the other side that can read their temperature, and we'll have the kids look back and see what their temperature is. As they walk on, we will let them know where they are headed and where they're supposed to go. But every day, they're going to walk through those temperature scanners. 100.4 is the temperature that we will be looking for before we go to the isolation room. So this is a good time to talk about the isolation room. It's in the 6th grade hallway. It's truly just a room. It's different from the nurse's office, where we're going to be treating cuts and bruises, allergy-like symptoms, things like that. If there is a fever or COVID symptoms, they will go to what's called the isolation room. It's truly just a room where the nurse will be. She will talk to the student about the symptoms, recheck the temperature, and we will be making a phone call home based on the nurse's recommendations, just to let you know. We will keep you posted through all of this. We've decided that no news is good news throughout the day for a parent, that your child is healthy and safe. We're going to take it very serious and get the kids to those isolation rooms if in the middle of the day they don't feel good, or if in the middle of the day they start showing any type of symptoms. That's where they will go. Otherwise, we'll use the nurse's office for all other events that might happen. Social distancing, we're going to do it. We're going to give it a try. It's hard with kids. They're unpredictable. We have spots for them to sit. The teachers have worked very hard to create classrooms where the desks are socially distanced. We are going to rotate in the hallways so that kids, not every grade level is in the hallway at the same time like it used to be. It's going to be a calculated rotation of classes switching. For the bathroom, we are limiting the number of students. We have a Post-it note plan. A kid is going to take a Post-it note and stick it on the door, so we know how many kids are in there at the same time. We're limiting that number based on which bathroom and its location, and how big it is. We have 2 full-time custodians in the building during the day. They will be constantly on a rotation of cleaning door handles, bathrooms, and all of those things. The isolation room is only if a student has a fever and showing other symptoms of COVID. There will be a school nurse in there, and we will contact you if necessary. I'm going to walk through a day with you, just so that you can see what it's going to be like for your child on Monday. We're so very excited. The buses are going to try and stagger, which will help us. We are going to ask if you are dropping your student off to not arrive before 7:45 a.m. We don't have supervision until 7:55 a.m. And the way we have the students spread out so far makes it a little bit difficult to cover all of the areas for a large amount of time. So getting the bus kids in is really going to be important. So 7:45 and on, you can drop those kids off, or if they're riding their bike or walking. When they arrive, they're going to come through the front doors and they will do a temperature scan. There will always be 2 adults there to get them through that process. They will go to the location that we've assigned to them. It's by grade level and they have a number. They will get that. And once we show them, that's their spot. We aren't going to change that or alter that unless we find it necessary for some reason. We have no bells this year. We've decided not to do bells because we have so many, we have alternating schedules for each grade level. So we've decided not to do bells, and teachers will dismiss students. Within the alternating grade level schedules, we've created a rotation so there's not so many students in the hallway. So it becomes a little complicated with bells. So we've opted not to have them, and teachers are going to set timers. They only rotate 3 times throughout the day in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. In 5th grade, it should be about once when they go to their special class, music or technology or art, whatever day it is for them. They have a lunch, a 60-minute lunch. So what that means, for 30 minutes, 30 minutes of that time is picking up their lunch, their hot lunch, or getting their cold lunch out of their backpack, or going to buy a milk or whatever they need for lunch. Everybody will be in a classroom with a supervisor to be socially distanced. They will eat their lunch, clean up their area, and put their masks back on, and then they can have social time with each other in the classroom. And then 30 minutes of that is with a teacher for study hall. So they should be able to get a lot of homework done during that time for their A days or their B days. If students have questions about their classes or homework or any of that, their best bet is going to be to email that teacher, or to see that teacher, make a point to see that teacher during the day. We will allow for that, and we're going to have to kind of see what this looks like as we navigate through it. So we're not really sure who's going to need what, but we're going to work out every situation as it arises. For dismissal for students, we are going to dismiss by bus. There are 3 waves of buses. So we will dismiss the first wave and we will dismiss by bus number. We have every student's name and what bus they ride, so teachers can help them to remember. As they dismiss, if they've ordered breakfast for the next day, they will pick their breakfast up on the way out, put it in their backpack, and get on their bus, and off they go. So we're going to start this process. We're going to do wave 1 of buses, wave 2 of buses. Then we will dismiss any student getting a ride or walking. And then we will dismiss wave 3 of buses. That's our plan right now. How it actually works out, I don't know. We're going to have to see. We are very excited and ready to have the students back. We know they're ready, and we know you're ready. So if you have any questions, The best thing you can do is call 815-539-6237. Talk to Mrs. Miller or Mrs. Nunez. They have a lot of answers to a lot of the questions. Mr. Pierce and I are always available. If it's an academic question, email or call your teacher. We are here to help you. We have never taught two groups of learners in two different places. So we need some patience as we guide ourselves through this. And we're problem solvers here at Northbrook. So we're looking forward to anything that comes up. Let us know so we can problem solve with you and for your student. We can't wait to see you on Monday morning. We sure can't wait to see those kids, and we can't wait to get back to learning at Northbrook. Again, if you have any questions, please call the school. Thank you.